my favorite league. Let's see if we can bring home the dub. Outside run, outside run. We both gonna be trying to do the same thing in this best.
Those are the three that I use. Option defense. If I see a quarterback has an option play where he keeps the ball, takes hands up.
Yeah. Trying to check out some of the,
never take it off again. So if you're running against a Kyler Murray, a Josh Allen, someone who's doing option plays,
the secrets in that motherfucker. Need all the help we can get, man.
Now, strip ball, I haven't really used it this year. Never really used it last year because there are chances that they break for tackles. However, if you're facing someone like a Derrick Henry and you have no choice, you're facing a Bo Jackson, you have no choice, right? You can go for strip balls if you need turnovers. You can put this too aggressive. But look at the penalty.
All right, bro.
Higher chance of broken tackles and face mask penalty, which you're probably going to get. And then the conservative is
we home, right?
But they may tackle the running back a lot better. So you can put this on conservative for better tackling against the run game. And then that brings us to tackling. So aggressive, tackling aggressive. So you need a turnover. Boom, you put that to aggressive, especially in the red zone. You can do that as well. Or conservative where they won't, and they'll just try to go for a safe tackle, and you can leave it off balance. So red zone aggressive or turnovers aggressive. Anything else you can put a conservative or just leave it on balance. Now, the most important aspects of this whole damn video are your zone drops. Flats, okay? You're going to have curl flats. Well, actually, curl flats has their own, but you're going to have clouds, soft squats, and hard flats. All right? You can tell these guys. You can override whatever the defense is putting out there from a defensive play and tell your corners where you want them to go. You want them to go 5 yards back. You want them to go 10 yards back. You want them to go 15 all the way up to 30, okay? Leaving them on default just puts them, like if you shade over the top, it'll tell your corners to back up 5 yards and then drop. You shade underneath, it'll tell them to drop 5 yards and then back up, okay? So that's how it works.
Yo.
Typically, maybe sometimes 10 yards, depending if you're doing it to a soft squat, they'll go like 10, 15 yards back. But for the most part, anything else that's like a cloud or hard flat is 5 yards up or down, okay? But you can set these to 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, we don't want dude to hear us in the background getting coaching adjustments. God damn it.
Drop, I start at 5, and then if they need 10 yards, I put it at 10. If they need 15, put it at 15. Okay, late game situation like 20, 25. All right, so we need here. Curl flat, same thing. Some people like to run what they call maples. They'll run a 5-yard flat, or you know what, 5-yard curl flat and a 20-yard cloud flat. So you run a maple where you have on one side of the field, you'll have a defender running 5 yards down, and then another defender on the edge of the field running 20. Let me go ahead and just show you what that looks like. So let's just pick cover 3 drop. Let's pick a play, okay? And then I will go ahead and put this guy, I'll shake down, shake up. Now I have a top flat, and I'll put this guy on a curl flat, okay? So you'll see on the right side of my screen.
We already got them rolled up, baby.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Takes it at the 7th. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And this one too low.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. This is taken around the 12. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Let's make a play here.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush. and down he goes. Jabril Cox coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field.
Oh, and he hit the unpause on me.
Brings up fourth. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
We gotta get our shit going, baby.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Ready?
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. It's a room to maneuver. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts.
There we go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses in a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never been synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this game.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get...
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And he's got room. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Blaze up some.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And it worked this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Need to push them back, baby.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Ready.
They get this out quickly to the left side. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the 1st down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Play play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, come on, man. Pick that shit off.
Just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play.
Wow.
One that made up save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here. He's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
Now let me pick my shit.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Brought down at the 20.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's complete outright to the tight end Trimble. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Okay, ready?
McCaffrey. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this match. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, Dak's throw hauled in by Washington. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. To throw is Prescott. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott.
Damn,
Time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
And this is caught, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
A try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Nice.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And is
Dank, you out of there, baby.
Get over on their respective sidelines. We take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Dang.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
McCaffrey on the counter, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 35 yards. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. McCaffrey running up the middle. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. For Marshall.
Damn, that should have been a pick.
So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
What a nice one.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
We out of there. Good game, big boy. They did their thing. We'll be back next season.
Bro, why do I have the commentary still on? Why are my settings right? Why don't they follow me ultimate team like they do Regs?